All right. Give me a second. Give me a second. You guys ready? All right. Now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from Razor2. If you're not familiar with me, check me out on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. I am part of the Boyfriend Squad with Jade Monkey and
Hello. Are you
BioLaser.
in? Are you out of the party so you can talk to me in here?
Give me 2 seconds.
Walk with me. We.
Yeah, yeah, give me a second. Anyways. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, yeah, if you're not familiar with me, check me out on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube all at the same time at any time. I typically stream every day or every other day, and I also provide you guys with videos of DayZ and your current favorite video games of all time. Now, like I was saying, I'm part of the Boyfriend Squad with Jade Monkey and BioLaser. If you want to check them out, go in the description below, and you will definitely see their links to their YouTube channels. Click on them and go and drop them a sub and a like. If you're on Mixer or Twitch, also drop them a follow. And while you're in my channel and you're listening to me at my flap, you go ahead and you drop a sub, like, and a follow for me as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to be blowing all of our loot that we have left before the full wipe and the update of DayZ that's going to be 1.4. Now, our current location is in Cherno City. We are currently near the PD inside Cherno. We're going to be doing some building for you guys, and we're going to check some stuff out and basically blow the rest of our loot.
I love you.
Now, what we're doing right now, we're basically just watching Jade build. Look at this. Look at this. Bob the Builder. I don't know what he's building. Look at this guy. He's building like a little fort. Let's check this out. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, I see what he's doing now. Okay.
Hi, Razor.
Ah. Can you hear me? Oh, I see what he's creating now. Kind of like the new meta.
Alright, I'm gonna send you a party invite. Give me
All
a
right.
sec. Love your bush. It smells good to me.
Let me know when you send it. Hold on, guys. Let me go to privacy screen.
Hi. You there? Razor? Razor? Plug your mic and plug it back in, or power it down, power it back up. Maybe the static at it. Or maybe it got unplugged along the way. I don't know. Alright, I gotta check something again. We got this done on the cheap, baby.
I don't know how to. Uh, Give me a second.
I love you. I hear you now.
Yeah, I know.
You sound a little quiet, but
I'm
I
not
hear you.
I'm not I forget how to come in a party with my alt and still have my main signed in.
Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, it's you got to stay in the party with this, and then you just basically sign into the new one without signing out with the old one. But that's fine. I love you, Bush. Tape glitch is still available. Server unverified. I'm on my way home now, says Giotto. What's up?
Oh, this is so annoying. I'm gonna have
Dude,
to
I got
sign
hard
in.
nips.
I might have to have my main in here, and then yeah,
No, I mean you're in now on your alt, so just stay here and just keep. There's
it
no reason to.
it won't let me load DayZ. Hold on.
What do you mean?
Give me a second.
Ah. What's up?
Switch
All right, let me see if I can shuffle some more materials so we can add on to this. You're actually in the party with me now, so there's no reason to swap. Because the other
Nah,
one's in another position, so that's going to be no bueno.
I gotcha. I just have to there we go. I think
I love your
you
butt.
you
I'm
can
gonna
still
set up
hear
some
me
of the
though,
other.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the cancer that is double loading accounts. You can always just cut out the party too and just use in-game if you need to.
Mm. Hey, we're still on 7228, right? Just kidding, guys.
Oh, this motherfucker.
You guys suck. You guys thought I'd give up the server? Everybody's like loading their
I mean, at
Xboxes up
this
now.
point, I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter.
Oh no, it matters.
On Xbox, I think, yes, but we have been playing 104 on PC, so we know what's coming for all of us.
I love you, dude.
What's up?
He's just to let you know, Chad. He did give me a cautionary
Andy.
text message with the real server number, just in case I was retarded.
Yeah, just in case. I was like, you get a little liberal with that. I gotta make sure this shit's not gonna happen.
So you are not on the right server. Get out now.
I mean, it is getting dark, so we'll probably switch again, but at least you'll be here.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm in.
But Snake says, when's the wipe?
Alright.
It should be this week whenever 104 hits. Now, it's not PC as far as I know, as 104 has been out for almost a month.
I like what you done here.
But on console, it is getting a wipe.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're doing here, and I like it.
Yeah. Well, if you want to start your segment, we can kind of go over this, and then you can build up some of these bad boys. If you have nails on you, here you go. I'll give you this and some nails. And there should be enough of these metal sheets everywhere where you can finish these guys up.
I think I got nails on me, yeah. I do.
Then grab the hatchet, unless you already have one.
Yeah, boy. Let's see, what else we got here, ladies and gentlemen?
Just let me know when you're ready, and then meet me outside. How about that? You see which way I'm going? What's up, chat? Razor2, my chat, what's up? We did an early stream today.
Yeah, it was super early, guys. Oh, I see what you did
Honestly,
here.
I was secretly waiting for the wipe, and I was hoping the update would happen today, but that was just a pipe dream. I was like, please do the thing.
Man, this is a dirty location.
You like this? It's actually next to the police station, too, which is nice.
Yeah, you kind of...
See?
You kind of revamped... You revamped the idea we were kind of going over. I like it.
Yeah, well, check this out. So this kind of piggybacks off of what I was starting as. So if you come in here,
Yeah.
right, this is kind of a horseshoe with all these structures here. And yeah, it's vulnerable because of all these balconies and stuff here. But once you start to claim these buildings, these balconies are yours. Like, you can control who's coming in and out because anti-server hopping is going to be a thing in 104. Like, no ghosting, no jumping in the building and then getting behind somebody's enemy lines. Like, you have to be a part of the server and you have to physically breach it. So think about this. So starting off small, if we were to rope off this area, and then once we feel a little bit better and you're like, yeah, man, I'm feeling good, you could rope off this area. And then we could take the rest of the buildings, and then this could become like a kill box.
Oh, yeah.
And even like a place where we could store a vehicle. Now, if we were to store a vehicle, the only viable place we could come in with the vehicle would be on this side, and then we'd have to create gates and stuff, and we'd have to drive it in. But if we controlled this entire horseshoe, it's not a terrible place to get started, because as we've seen from the map, there's a lot of Olga spawns potentially here in town.
Yeah.
And since you'll be living on the server you're building on mostly, it makes a lot of sense that you would want to be close to this stuff to keep checking it.
And kind of to go off what Jade's saying too. Now, okay, his ideas was way better than mine. So My idea here, and this is gonna be super brief, so I'll just let you know. So my idea was to like get a PD, right? Obviously, I'm not gonna waste building material on it, but since it's such a good hefty like loot spawn, I was gonna find out a way to figure out to kind of rope off the entire police station because you have high ground. Obviously, you got the windows of the second floor and third, and you kind of can do like a 360 like point of view around the whole entire PD. But I kind of like what you did because when you're walking into it, you look what Jade's doing because he's dirty. He's dirty. He's a dirty DayZ player. He's got this entire apartment complex where he could just look right at the front door of the PD. And if he ropes it off like he was saying in the beginning, all he's got to do is walk outside of his gates that he creates, and boom, he's got the loot right there. And he's far enough away to where the loot's gonna spawn in, and then boom, there you go. That's how you do it right there. Because let's face it,
Well, and your boys can cover you.
yeah, 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 from the
So
balcony.
like you get the Mosin. Look, you can stand right here like a dirty bird on
Yep.
this trash can.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, there's a scumbag coming in the front door. I'm gonna break his legs.
Yep. And look at that. You get the whole PD right there. So what he's kind of doing, and I'm just gonna go over this briefly real quick. So he's got a couple tents here on the left, okay? And he kind of looks like he's taking over this entire apartment complex. Now, the good thing about the position that he set himself up in is obviously he's got a couple walls here and some stairs to snipe off of or shoot somebody in the face with a shotgun. But he's also creating them by using metal. So that's kind of important. I mean, yeah, you can use wood planks on here just to substitute, the metal until you get the sheets. But really, if you go metal all the way around here, you're going to be pretty good. And what he's doing is he's essentially locking himself inside of this little compound. Now the good thing is that these doors that he has that are already here from the buildings, he can lock. Obviously, if there's a server restart, they won't be locked anymore. But let's face it, if you play enough and you're on when the restart happens, just jump on, lock them, and whatnot. But
yeah, you'll know. They're about every 8 hours.
Yeah, and like
And you can barricade. That's still an option.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And my idea was kind of like, I don't know, since building's gonna become so essential now that the duping's gonna be gone once 1.4 cruises in.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna want to harden a location for you and your crew, and then obviously have the essentials, your barrels, all your containers, your wooden crates, and you want to put them in a safe location so when you hop off, at least people got to work for it. And I mean, the ideal locations are ones that you can layer. And what he's doing is using obviously the compounds around him that are already prefabricated and using them as his own little loot nest. Now, this building is kind of unique because since you kind of have these two doors here. This one you can use for obviously going upstairs, storing your loot, locking the doors, cording it off. And this one is kind of even more unique in a sense of coverage. So if you notice, look at how many windows are here looking at that other door. Look at that.
Lots.
A lot. So by using the compounds around him, he's essentially creating all these pincer points for anybody who's trying to raid you. And I mean, what are they gonna do? Not much, you know. And obviously.
Yeah, they can't float behind you.
Nope, you want to lock all the doors and everything, keep it all nice and tight. But you have multiple rooms for loot and, field of view. That's the most important when we're PvPing, right? So, what you got here
Always.
so far, and what I'm gathering from Jade's little build is Okay, you're kind of tucked away from the main street, so zombies and stuff will kind of be away from your base, and you're a little bit away from people. Now, obviously, the PD's a hot spot, but let's face it, once this is done, you're gonna be golden. Now, one piece of advice I would say before you get all crazy and want to make a base build like this, start with your little stuff first. You know, before you start doing your perimeter and all these big Congo lines of fences. Lock down the spots that are the most important. That's gonna keep your loot safe. Don't go building some China wall out here and start here and then work your way in. Work your way in from the inside out, and then eventually you're gonna have a huge base. And like he's saying, you're gonna create your own man-made garage. And I mean, you can make a bunch of places your garage here, but I think the most ideal would be on the left. Now this is in the middle of Cherno City, and it's at the PD, so keep that in mind. But as far as which
Sorry, go ahead.
as far as base building goes, this is your ideal situation right here, what he's created himself.
Well, it leaves a lot of options open too. Like you start with something small like this and do it on the cheap. Like we started with metal sheets, and that's possible since Cherno Industrial is very close to Cherno City. But
Hmm.
honestly, you want to start with frames, and then you want to do the lower portion, and it's most likely going to be wood. If you have the option for metal, go for it, right? Because that's the stronger one, the stronger material. Because people are going to have to break into your base. There is a hard side and there is a soft side now to the walls. And if you're on the exterior, you have to bang your way in.
Yeah, and if you're kind of
So
low
if you've got
on, whoop, my bad. Go ahead.
no, it's cool. Go ahead.
If you're running low, I was gonna say if you're running low on like metal sheets, obviously, what he's doing here, put those metal sheets on the bottom, and then put planks on the top. If you're kind of stuck with the, you know, whole, I'm running out of metal sheets, I'm not finding enough materials. Put the planks up top like that, because you know what? The first spot where somebody's gonna go in on your base is gonna be the bottom, so they can crawl in. Nobody wants to bang the
Yeah.
top and
So
then the bottom.
do me a favor. Take off that camo netting up there, and then this is the reason why you want to do frames first. And if you can't afford a full wall, that's okay as long as you have the lower wall. So in this case, somebody could probably jump up here and we have to like rectify that. But in most cases, if you take that off, watch, I'm gonna try to jump in with a weapon in my hand.
Well,
'Cause
then
that's
not
how
let
you
me keep
jump.
this in my hand.
Oh, it's okay. It's in your hand. It's okay. Just hold it for a sec.
Okay.
So like if I, oh man, 102 selection is killing me. There it goes. Hang on. I'm trying to get the shotgun. There it goes. I can't jump in like that. I'm actually hooking on the edge a little bit. But trust me, 104, you can't jump in like this. And that's the reason why we're saying do it cheap first. Do all your frames. Start with the lower walls, whether you have metal or wood, and then build up from there. And in some cases, you may not even have all the parts. So Razor, you can go ahead and attach that to the wall. Or yeah, just do proximity,
Yeah, I
and
got you.
then drag it over to the camo slot. Because it's weird. I don't think you can attach it from the inside on 102, which that will change. So like right there, the camo is kind of hiding everything. It's hiding the metal so it doesn't reflect. And you're just keeping things low key. And so, yeah, you may not have a full wall, but you can't jump in like this.
Nah.
So it's a start. It's all about stopping people, delaying them from getting in.
Yeah, you want to take that camo netting off so I can kind of demonstrate what it would be like?
Yeah. You want me to take it off from the inside or outside?
Ah, it doesn't matter.
I think can I still? Oh yeah, this is 102. You can take it off from the outside. 104, you cannot.
Like Jade's saying, obviously when you're on the outside like this, even with that camo netting gone, I can't even jump. I can't even jump over, which is great. So that's why you want your strongest, or essentially your foundation, the strongest part of your fence, which would be your metal sheets at the bottom. But I can't jump through here, even if I tried. And I need to get a sledgehammer and axe and start going to Pound Town. And then when he puts that camo back
Yeah,
on,
trust me.
it's pretty great. Because you can't see, you can't
Well, and
really
then
tell. You can't tell it's metal at the
yeah, they're
bottom.
not going to be looking for your base, but you'll see people coming.
Oh yeah.
For the same reason why the camo tents or the car camo tent works well with the Olga. The Olga's great, but it's white and it's radioactive white. At nighttime,
Mm-hmm.
daytime, it's highly visible, so you want to hide it. So anything you can do to kind of boost yourself into that scenario. So yeah, this is the step one in building out a base or at least securing a perimeter. So keep in mind you're going to need building materials, hatchet, nails, planks, duct tape most likely, and definitely a lockpick, but that's nothing you can't find here in Cherno Industrial and Cherno City. And 3 fence walls, and you're off to the races.
Yeah. Then you got your nice hardened base. Well, the first step
And then
in it.
you continue. It's a good single, it's a good duo base. Hell, you could even do this with a team. Check this out real quick. There's like a, well, yeah, first of all, check this out. If you secure this, how hot is this once we get up here? Oh, I locked this. Hang on a sec, let me unlock this.
I hate keeping doors open.
There we go. By the way, if you want to use this staircase, you're going to have to put a wall here, which is totally doable on the interior, because there's no closable door here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you've got this nice little overhang in the courtyard, which is beautiful. Even this little, like, people can't even sneak up behind you. You can just lock this door and then just start peeping off on the,
Oh yeah. Oh
I'll
yeah.
stand over to the side so you can see better.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, anybody in the courtyard trying to play honey dick games? Just smoke them,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, the best part is when you lock off that other side. You're
Yeah.
what you I don't know. Well, if you did this on purpose, but at least from a military standpoint, and I have a lot of military background. If you're looking over to the right, see where that van is? You've essentially
Yeah.
created a funnel in the middle. So if you took over both sides, you could have people on both sides just capping left and right. So if you had your boys log off in that apartment complex over there, you're like, hey, jump on.
This one?
Like that one you're looking at directly behind that red tree.
Yeah.
If you had people log off in there, dude, and you guys found out, oh, hey, my buddies or we're getting raided, and James is at his mom's house in the basement. He's he's fapping to raid me right now. You just have your boys log in over there, get on a balcony, and give them the old Uno dos with a Mosin or like an AR, and they're done. 'Cause you could definitely see each side of the base, which is pretty great. I kind of like that. That's really unique. It's like a man-made funnel already for you.
Isn't it great? Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like you and I were talking about this, using the natural funnels, the natural structures to start your build,
Mhm.
and then build out from that point. Start cheap, right? Start the cheapest way possible, and then start to fortify, and then build out.
Let's see. What does this guy say from
But
Twitch? He says, Captain Bradley says, "Hi, I'm buying this game today. Any tips for me? I don't have any friends who play this game, so I'll be a lone wolf." Well, you just,
2 places,
yeah,
Razor's channel and mine.
yeah. If you want
Well,
to check,
Razor Tube, that's Razor's channel, and
yep,
then Jade Monkey, that's me. That's Dad.
yep. If you want to check out on our YouTube channels, we post videos constantly for you guys to get the
At
information
least
about
daily.
DayZ. Yeah, at least daily. I had to take a week
Sometimes
off
twice.
because of personal stuff recently, but I'm back now. But normally I post every day something on DayZ or, like I said in the beginning of the stream, or about your favorite games that you guys love playing. Now, if you're gonna be a lone wolf on here, if you wanna, or if you can, rewind the stream on Twitch, because I'm not sure what that platform does anymore, because I just don't go on it enough.
This way.
We went over kind of a stage 1 in a base build that you could do A by yourself or B with friends. But welcome to the channel, Captain.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, just check out our playlists that have DayZ in them. You'll find all kinds of guides and useful tips, especially for the upcoming 104 update that's coming to PlayStation and Xbox. So I think we might jump to another place to do an additional build because it's so dark here. But I think when we come back, when we're done with that, it'll be daylight here, and then you can do this build here and secure this side, adding on to our initial build over here, and then fortifying the horseshoe. I don't know what we're calling this.
I don't even know actually, man. I would actually call it the straight. It's not even a horseshoe.
Yeah, so if you
You know?
fortified this side, and this side's been fortified, oh, we already did, it's just gonna make it that much more deadly. Like, can you imagine some poor scrub coming in here? It's like, I'm gonna loot this.
Yeah, he
Comes in
would.
and just blah 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 blah.
He'd be dominated.
That'd be so tight.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let's I'm gonna send you the server info. We're gonna jump to the other one. Visions, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. I appreciate that. Go ahead. Run away.
Yeah, just let me know if I gotta be on my main or not, and then the server number.
Yeah, we're gonna switch to
You
that
just
one. I'll
text
send
me.
you the
Yeah.
yeah. The incoming D pic.
Yep. Also, Captain,
sure this other
I put
piece is
my
good.
YouTube channel inside the chat, so you can go to there, find me. Drop a sub, drop a like on the video, man. Feel free to go through any of the game guides that I put on the channel, and also you can check out Jade Monkey too. He's attached to me, whether we're hugging or streaming. So. Alright, he's gonna send me the information, guys, so give me a second. Let's see, Botzilla in Jay's chat says, update coming today. Dude, I hope so. I really freaking hope so. If that update doesn't come today or tomorrow, I'm gonna lose my mind. Especially after playing on PC, dude. Oh my gosh. 1.4 is gold, man. Being able to throw things. Ugh. Grenades. Operator operator on my channel says, were you in the Air Force? Yeah, I was. Yes, I was. Proudly out, proudly retired from it. We're good to go, buddy. What's up, Entice?
Hi. All right, I'm gonna send it to you.
Alright,
Here,
yeah.
let's turn off these lights, grab them, and then double carry our bags and sign out for a second. We'll have to privacy until we sign back in. We're trying to switch servers, do another build, so it's daylight hopefully on that server, if my math is correct.
I think you're gonna be the only
I
one
hope.
double carrying.
You want to grab this flashlight, turn it off, and just stick it in your pants?
Hell yeah.
I feel like I've said that before. What? Just won't come till Friday. Friday? Okay, so just speaking on the update, everybody. It is possible for it to come out today, which is not likely today, but it could. It could also come out on Friday. But Mondays and Fridays are unlikely because of, obviously, Monday they'd have to ramp up, and Friday they don't have, when they do the release, they're not going to be in the office to address any issues that could arise. So it's most likely going to be between Tuesday and Thursday. That's a guess. That's an educated guess. We've been playing this for like a year straight on console, so we have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it's kind of predictable when they do like releases with updates and stuff. I mean, they're not gonna do a release right before a weekend when they're not gonna be there. That's for sure. Nobody wants to work on the damn weekend, so let's face it.
Privacy screen for me while I do a rotation. We're signing out legit. Go ahead and swap to the other one. I sent you the
Yep, I
info.
gotcha.
Just make sure your privacy screen until we're clear. Might as well
I
put it
got
up
it.
now.
Yep, I'm already on it.
And then when you get to the main screen, just so we stay signed in here, it's something I'm reminding myself. Just hit Y and sign into an additional account and don't sign out of anything. That way we can still touch tips.
Gotcha.
What's up, guys?
I'll just stay in the
Catch
party
up on
and
chat
then
so I don't fall behind.
I'll log into the other one.
Yep. You just hit Y at the screen and you'll be good. It gives you the list, and then just
Yeah.
don't sign out of anybody and you'll be all set. What's up, Dominion? 2 weeks, LOL. Please, I hope not. What's up, Lost in Space? Icy?
Dude, if it's 2 weeks from now, I'll stop streaming.
Don't say that. Yeah, I'm not going to, but my balls will get extremely blue. Oh, look. Icy Sweet says, your ass. Oh, what a good dude. Oh, what a nice guy. I love you too?
It says your ass. Wow. Hey, do me
I
a
mean,
favor, dude.
I'd be mad too.
Get off of your pay and go phone, okay? In your mom's basement. Alright? You get a life. Fucking idiot.
Dave says, have you got any spare car parts in the PS4? I do not. Curtis says, this week or the week after this one? I certainly hope it's not the one after that. Okay, so I'm signed in on this one. It looks like it's daylight, thank goodness. I don't know how long we'll have daylight here.
Hey, give me
Where's the
2
sun
seconds.
at? Oh, it's going
I'll
down.
log
We'll have
in.
a little bit of time. But
Just logging into the other one. Alright. I'm in. Are you deep inside?
alright, do you see me on top of like the bird box prefab?
I see the door open.
Look up on the top.
I'm looking at the tippity top. See, I'm on the hill on the other side of it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take it out of privacy screen now.
Just smoke some bots and 2v6.
Look at
but
you.
they kept
Look at
coming
you. See
back.
this guy here? Look at this piece of garbage. He just creeps around the corner like a slug with a sea chest.
Yeah, come on upstairs. We'll describe our other brainchild that we've been hatching for weeks now, maybe even months.
I'll full confession now. Jade definitely has been doing this himself. I was gone for a brief moment the last couple of weeks, well, last week and a half, but he's definitely been doing some work. Am I allowed to give the location?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is
Well,
the
come on
power.
upstairs first. We'll
Oof.
open it up with this.
It's already looking sexy.
All right, go ahead.
This is looking sexy.
Yeah, we'll cover that when we we'll
Ooh,
go top
baby.
down.
Yeah, let's go top down. I'm excited. Let's go. Where you at? Want some of this? Drop my bag here.
I'll try to, since I'm showing a map on mine, I'll try to talk through where we're looking to.
Yeah. Because I don't have that in my overlay yet. Because A, I'm a scrub, and B, I had to fix some
It's all
bunch of
good.
my stuff.
I'll try to talk it as best I can.
You want to talk me
Okay,
off?
so I guess we're. Oh yeah, always.
Yeah, baby.
Look at this guy. Yeah, you want some? Alright,
Uh.
so come on over here in the corner and go third person, just take a look. This is, as you know, we love Cherno City. We love it. And this is just north of there. I'm going to put an overlay up on mine. There's the bigger map on mine. I'm going to give some battleship coordinates. This is, Cherno is F1, E1, and E2. We are just north of F1. So I'd say we're like F2. So we're just north of Cherno City. This might look familiar. Those pair of tents right there. A lot of people loot those. But this is the power plant. You can, yeah, dude, everybody loots these. Are you kidding me? These are the little grouping of tents that are just north of Cherno City. So like Bloda Airfield is just over this hill in this direction. And yeah, so you know it's the power station because of these transformers, and you can use these power lines to come in. But more importantly, we did a little bit of this, but this is kind of a rundown. We're going to add some more pieces to this. This will be a longer segment, but oh my goodness, it'll be worth it. So if you look here, we have a perimeter. There are numerous gaps in the surrounding area. And there's also a lockable gate, which is very nice for vehicles and for uh, poor man perimeter gates, right? When you don't have the supplies. Like I know we've collected a lot of supplies here, but we're going under the assumption that most people will be broke when 104 hits for PlayStation 4 and for the Xbox One, because we've been playing it in 104 on the PC. So we thought we'd come back here in 102 before the wipe, before the big update of 104, and show everybody what we've learned. So primarily, we covered this before, but we'll cover it again. Server hopping has changed the game in a lot of ways. Looting, but more importantly, ghosting, or the lack thereof of ghosting. Nobody can jump inside your base anymore. And that is the best news ever. So building means something. Fortifying a position, it means something. People have to come in. They can no longer just appear behind you unless they've already been in the server and they happen to sign out behind you and you just didn't know it, which is very unlikely. If we go downstairs, we'll kind of run through some of the perimeter, and then we'll talk about some of the stuff we already built in place, and then we're going to add to that. And depending on how long it takes, we might have to cut it up into a few chunks, but that's okay. This will look familiar if people have been playing. This is a lot of people call this the bird box, but this is just a prefab building that has existed before. You see this down by Solnichi Factory, but we'll walk the perimeter. First, we'll walk around the structure here, and we'll explain why things are where they are now. But another reason why this is such a fantastic location is clearly these tents. For the same reason we were covering there in Cherno City, we're close to these looting spots. So we go in, we loot cycle the legitimate way, um, and then we come back here, and then you can just rinse repeat. You'll get a ton of military gear, but also these little industrial buildings, these garages, can have car parts, they can have building materials, metal sheets. They can also have nails. And if you notice, we have another two inside of the perimeter. So as we walk these, take note of the walls and just how big this area is. Now, it's great. If you're going to go and rope this area off, it's good for duos and up. You can definitely do this solo, but it's definitely a test in testicular fortitude.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty big swing right away, you know? But it's good. It's really good. I don't know about you guys, but when 104 hits for console, we're building here. So, and if you look out here, this garage opens up to the outside. So again, this takes a little bit more to get started, but not too much. As a matter of fact, you don't even technically need a lockpick to get started. So let's go ahead and, well, let's go ahead and finish the perimeter real quick. So here's the gate, and I cannot run. I must be carrying loads of stuff. Ignore these fences here, but there's actually a gap on this side. You can see it under this fence.
Oh,
You can kind of see why we put the fences up here.
Yeah.
But you can see right out of the gate, like not only do we have these garages that we can loot from, as long as we continue to loot cycle, again, in a legitimate way, in the way it was intended by the developers, because apparently there was some exploit 2-3 years ago that it was called loot cycling, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about legitimate gameplay here. It's probably confusing for most people, but I'm putting it out there. So you can see just how many gaps there are. There's a lot of great loot spawns, but this perimeter is very large. And even behind the prefab structure here, you can see there's another break in the wall. So to really piggyback off of what Razor said and what I had said prior is we want to start small and fortify and then build out. Now, another point of this is there are high points back here behind the wall, this grassy hill. It creates a kill box down here. And also across the way, more towards the power lines and that tree line off yonder. Definitely good places for people to post up and start to blast your wig. So with that in mind, you want good cover. So what's the best cover we got right now? Prefab, baby. So you can already tell what we did. We have 2 points of entry here. and over by the doorway. And we'll go over inside why we did this. Well, first of all, this gives us cover from all of the hot spots that people could shoot down on. And the perimeter's not secure first because it's so expensive and so time consuming because planks are hard to get, especially on foot. So you want to do as little as possible, or you want to do as much as possible with as little as possible. So if you come inside here, let me close this so it's less confusing. We did 2 of these. What's funny is last time we did this build, somebody must have ripped this wall down. Go ahead and close that door.
Oh yeah.
So we have 2.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say real quick, and that's just on the outside. Sorry, I let Jay talk for a while because I kind of wanted him to get it, talk about the perimeter. But I kind of wanted to mention, even if you think this is like a crap location because you have all this high ground around your base, I mean, you really don't have to worry about it because, like he's saying, your cover is gonna be this box. You know, it's gonna be this building here. So that, in a nutshell, I think, kind of describes just the perimeter in general. And like I was saying before, always start small. Lock the building down first, and then work your way out. Because if somebody finds you and at least you got the building locked down, then you're good. But but before he starts going over the interior, because it looks pretty sexual from a DayZ standpoint, don't worry about all this high ground around you. And I mean, honestly, when you get it all built up, you obviously got all these windows on each side to kind of compensate for the lack of high ground that you're going to have over some of the people trying to raid you. Alright, sorry.
Oh, it's all good, and we'll go inside and check some of those vantage points. I'm going to address something somebody said in chat. Dave Z says, I smell cheating. Not from us. Definitely none of our group. We've never engaged in duping or anything else or ghosting of any sort. But if you played on console recently, again, we're playing this in 102, but we're advising people for 104 as we have been playing it on PC. You already know there's tons of this garbage everywhere. So what we did, or what I did for like 3 days, is I collected up all this extra trash. And in some cases, some of this trash was already in this location. So honestly, I think this is a good location because on 3 other servers, I saw a lot of building materials in this very location. They were set up differently, but yeah, so we figured since there's going to be a big wipe, we might as well use the loot in a good way and show people what we've learned in 104. But yeah, by no means has any of, well, like I haven't, and I know our team hasn't. None of us do duping, so you can bank on that. So just want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
And the reason why we have so many supplies on hand, because most likely people will be watching this when it's 104, and that's awesome. We're trying to show you how to do this on the cheap, because that's how it's going to be. I'm telling you, we've been playing 104 for almost a month, and the looting feels great, but there is scarcity of resources, so keep that in mind. So
Hey,
yeah, let's step inside. I'll
who's,
show you
who
show you
said
some of
that?
the
Was it
fortifications.
Dave? Was that Dave?
Dave Z.
Yeah. Hey, Dave Z. How about this? If you want to smell cheating, go on both of our channels and check out all the videos that we posted of us clapping dupers, dude, and taking all their loot.
All
All of it.
147 of my streams, you can watch them in their entirety, and you tell me if we've cheated one time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna close this door.
Some of them are 20 hours, so good luck. Okay, so check this out. So this inner wall here, this is a bit hard to close, but you have to go out to the tip
Mm-hmm.
and then back up quickly. Right here, just step inside. I'll get you clear. So again, going off of what we did earlier, we want to do this with as little as possible because, as you know, scarcity is a thing. Now, Cherno Industrial does have a lot of potential spawns, and that's great, but you won't always get them there. But we're assuming that you're going off the lowest common denominator. You can't find plank pallets, and you have to split your own logs to make planks. So you always want to start these off with fence frames first, and then do the lower portion as we said before. This one will require a barbed wire. Let me see here. Let me make sure you can see this too. Actually, we'll talk about the blocking first, and then we'll go over some of the finer points. This door back here isn't necessary, but so basically to lock this off, the thought was we wanted the building secure first, so we create a fence kit here. And then once you get the supplies to make the what is this, a hinge, then you can start to make the door. But this door, you can just ignore the one we have here. And then if you check the back area, we just took one fence kit and roped it off diagonally so people cannot enter. They literally have to breach. And another, I don't know if we covered this before, but there's two placeable heavy objects, barrels and the wire mesh that you can fill up with dirt.
Yep.
And if you did this, whether it's wood or metal, metal being the better one, you can stack them here. Or I'm sorry, once you have that built, if there were no platform here, you could stick a wire mesh barrier or a barrel filled with liquid. So even if they broke this bottom piece, how are they going to crawl in if there's a mesh barrier in their face? They can't.
No, they can't at all.
Create some stairs, you got yourself a little peeking hole. But more importantly, what really makes this excellent is, as Razor was saying earlier, these different vantage points we have all over the place, especially into the hill that's looking down on us. You have lots of space. If you are lucky enough to get a tent off the rip, and I'm assuming that you don't, so just assume that these extra materials that were here from dupers isn't here. But if you were lucky enough, you do have room for tents, which is great. They prevent items from being despawned when you place items inside of them, actually inside their inventory. But if we go upstairs, this is what we're going to be adding to, you and I, on this little segment, and then we'll be adding to the perimeter. If we go up to the top, to this portion, you'll notice once we create the gateway downstairs, or even that breach, one great way to kind of counter people coming in is look this blue top. We can also add more fences on top of here. So if someone's trying to break in, we're like, hey Razor, go clap that dude's buns. You're like, Roger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then just look at this. I have a line of sight on this guy right here.
I mean, to be honest too, if you wanted to be real fancy with it, once we start building on the top, you can put a gate right there so you can open it, drop down on these, and then come down and flank the guy down low. And okay, so this door that he's looking at too as well. If you take a little peep on my stream up there on those catwalks, you get on the third one, you'll have line of sight on anybody who's right here as well. Or if you get up on that little corner right there, you can hold that little peak and shoot down on them. Depending on how deep you take this diagonal piece into the building, you could do a lot of things with it. But the way he's got it built, that'd be awesome to have like a gate, and then all of a sudden, boom, you just bust out, come down here and clap him from behind.
Isn't that nice? And you can even create little, well, if you notice this little wedge, if you're looking at me,
Yeah.
that one blind side that we had
Mm.
behind me,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a blind side for me anymore because who's going to shoot me from back there? They can't get to me.
Nah. The only people that could
we
get to
create
you are
little-
people out in that field, but by the time you come down and you fall down each one of those, they're not gonna catch you. They're not gonna
Yeah.
catch you.
And on PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, having alternate accounts, and now again, the alternate account has to be on the same server, and it has to be geared, and you have to walk it to this location. You could have your backups. If it is your base, I'd highly recommend keeping at least one alt signed in or signed out inside this location, so in case something bad goes on, you at least have another shot at it. Whether you believe in alternate accounts or not, but it is the smart thing to do. And just a reminder that family accounts do exist both for Xbox One and for the PlayStation 4. So once you bought the game and your online service, you don't have to buy the game or another Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network again. So you can just piggybacks off your main account. So if you're not using alts, you're not doing it right. So just keep that in mind. And we can also create little pieces of cover here, so to even counter the people in those pine trees just off yonder by the power lines, if they were to counter snipe on us. So if we had just a little bit of cover, we'd ultimately have a very powerful position.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Creating a starting point for us, ooh, my legs, for us here to rope off the rest of the structure, the rest of the perimeter, excuse me, as long as we've got this center stronghold locked off. And I mean, you just need 2 gates, really, and you're good.
And I mean, the way we did it too, if you guys are familiar with H1Z1, uh, it's kind of got similarities when it comes to the gates, but you can actually set up your gates. And now this depends on how good you are at building, but you could literally set this up and see how many gates you could fit in this bottom area, and kind of create like a little trap door. You know what I mean? Like you could put one gate here and then maybe one in the middle here, and then every time you come in, you open a gate, you shut it. If somebody follows you, then you would shut like maybe one you could fit here and then trap them in. You know, like they would be forced to either log out or break out, and by then you're already gonna open the door with your buds and clap them. Pretty
Creating
unique
those
build
kill
though.
funnels. And
Yep. Yep.
yeah, look at that, dude. Stand on the stairwell. Can you see me over that wall on that little landing? Look at
Oh yeah.
look. Even when the door's shut, imagine the wall being built up completely there. Razor can shoot me in the face. Like
Mhm.
this guy's like, let's loot these guys. And you're like, blah blah blah.
And if you
I'm
really think,
done, dude.
yeah, if you
Razor's got me.
and if you think about it too, if we just put metal sheets on the bottom there where he's out, you know, where he's at, you could basically put metal sheets, and then they're forced to break the door, but you can leave the top wide open and just cap them as they come in. And even if they clap you on the steps, A, they can't get your loot, and B, by the time they're breaking that wall down together, your buddy Scuba Steve is gonna come up top of this ladder, just like this. He's gonna come
I'll
out the
stand
top
outside,
door.
so I'm a would-be
Yep, you're
would-be
would be,
raider.
yeah, a vandalizer.
They were like, look at these guys, let's rob them.
They're like,
We just had a wipe. I bet
let's
these
just
guys got
rob
loot.
'em.
Blup, blup.
Yep, clapped. Yeah, but look
I'm
at
right
look.
here, busy
Oh
on the
yeah.
wall. Eh, eh, eh.
They'd be busy on the wall,
got
dude.
me,
You just
dude.
come
I'm
up
done.
behind and done. I mean, unless they
Well,
got
think about
a
this,
guy
Razor.
in the field or something, that's all I could think of that would absolutely like render you useless. But still, somebody's got to be a hell of a good shot while you're dropping, you know?
Oh yeah, 100%. No, like everything you were saying before, and even like right now, it's just this position really plays into that by starting it on the interior,
Mhm.
and we're making the funnel, we're making the kill box, whether it's the interior or exterior. But check this out. So if Razor's on top scoping me, you know who's going to be looting this a lot? Other players. Those military tents off there. So we'll be looting them, but so will other people, and they'll most likely have loot on them. So we'll be grabbing all the loot there, but we'll also be clapping other players and taking their stuff and coming back to the honeypot and loading it up.
Mhm.
Because remember, that's a hot zone right there. The shoreline is just off yonder.
I mean, people thought they were cool on a few other servers that built like some tent towns, like in between here and the military little camp there, but they end up like deserting it because they don't really utilize anything. They don't care about loot. They don't care about structures because they're just got duped loot. Why do you gotta care about structures when
Yeah.
you got infinite tents? You know what I mean? It's like, who cares about that? Because when this comes into play, and I promise you, mark my words, when 1.4 drops, building is going to be like essential. This is finally going to turn into a survival game, not the survival of the dupers, you know, and how many people you can
Yeah,
clap.
loot's gonna mean something.
Yeah, it's gonna have that, you know, adrenaline-based gameplay again that you guys haven't been worried about for so long, you know. I mean, who in chat's
The fear is
worried?
back.
Yeah, who in chat's actually worried about loot? Let's face it. You know, it's like, oh, look at, you know, we got most of our stuff from people we clapped. And honestly, I don't know how many times I ran in a bird box butt naked. I pick up a weapon, I shoot a dude, I take all their gear, I run out. But now it's gonna be
Yeah,
like they shoot you, you're dead. They take
they're
your
gonna run.
stuff. They're gonna run. They're gonna run. That's why we're gonna get the
Well,
gunner
and
and run them
like
over.
the scarcity is back, the fear is back, like you're saying, and you really want to do things on the cheap. You really want to pick and choose when you do the engagements. It's no longer going to turn into this death match, which is what it's been with all this duping, and the economy's trashed. Like, we know what it feels like to play legit. We know what it's like to have really high value weapons. Like when I see a LAR, I'm gonna baby that thing until I have two LARs, and then I'll go out with one of the LARs. So, like, these people that have been duping are going to be hurting when this comes out because they forgot how to play the game. They don't know where to look for the loot, and they're gonna be the first ones complaining. I guarantee it. Well, check this out. So, like, two things here, Razor on the exterior.
Hold on, let me come back down.
Is it two things? And then
Just
we'll move on to the next segment, the next piece, and we'll start doing some construction stuff and nailing down the perimeter. But we had this before, but somebody busted down our walls. It's so funny. We find all this trash. I collected it and put it here in these various locations where we're building.
mm,
And I assume that the dupers didn't want any kind of construction materials, and sure enough, all the shit I stockpiled here
mhm.
is pretty much here, except for this wall got beat down. But if you're on the exterior, I'll show you something, and then bring up another interesting point, and then we'll move on to the next blocky.
Yeah, let me just do
So
something real
people are
quick.
asking, when is the update? We are shooting this July 22nd, depending on when these videos come out or stream. It should be this week sometime. It's most likely going to be Tuesday or Thursday based off of previous release times, although it could still release on Friday. Now, there's a caveat with that. There is, if everything goes well in certification, it is
Mhm.
most likely this week. But if there is a hiccup, the process will start over and it will be weeks from that point. So knock on wood, I only have glass. I have no wood. Um, I hope everything goes well and I hope there's no hiccups because that means we're going to get it. I was hoping it was today. That's kind of the reason why we're starting late. But check this out. So when this wall is built, um, just imagine the walls here. Imagine when I come out. So one of the vulnerable points is this wall here, or
Mm,
I'm sorry, this hill.
mm.
Look, it gives us cover to wrap around the building.
Oh yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that
I mean,
gross?
yeah, you just kind of hurry up and do the hustle that way.
Yeah, it gives you a nice little cover on the way out, which was kind of a nice. I did it by accident because I thought, and by the way, 104 placement of fence kits is a bit more lenient. It seems a bit more strict here in 102, so that's nice. So you'll have more access to building locations for that. And okay, so one of the final things for this is uh, another reason, or just talking about this location again, power plant. Having these types of doors is great when you have a vehicle that you would like to stow, because then you just open them up and drive in. We'll most likely create some sort of car garage, either with watchtowers, probably back here, although this is a bit snug. But that's the game plan. We'll move on to this next phase where we are adding to the top of the tower here, and then building the exterior from here on out. And actually, the exterior. I'm sorry, the perimeter of this, really making this a fortified position for duos, a team, or if you've got the testicular fortitude, a solo player.
Oh, I got you. So yeah, basically,
104.
yeah, basically we'll be going over the segment with kind of building the top up here in the location, the power plant location inside of north of Cherno. That's what he's talking about. And if you're just joining in now, we're just kind of we just kind of did a perimeter run to see exactly where the holes are in the perimeter, what we should do with it, how many players could occupy this area, what's simplistic from a building standpoint, and how you should be building um, in the beginning stages. Now this will be the next stage. Man, I'm always messing this up. Alright, I'm gonna follow you. See, Dave Z says, I'm sure people can cut off locks or grenade the walls. True, probably could. I mean, people can
Um,
lop them off.
Sawing locks, yes. Grenades do not do damage to walls. We've tested it as it stands now in 104. Pro tip. We do have a few videos on raiding mechanics for 104 that we've been testing. So the DayZ Highlights playlist on my channel is a good place, also in my description, and Razor has a few of those as well on his. I think you have a DayZ playlist on your channel, right? RazorTube?
Yeah, you can check out the playlist and the game guides playlist if you guys are interested. You can go there, check them out. Me and Jade kind of do similar videos, obviously, because we stream together and hug, but it's good to see both perspectives and kind of get the feel of how we both look at things, because obviously Jade sees things a little different than I do sometimes. So it's good to get that perspective in there because you just never know. And that's how we never really miss anything, because we're always looking at it from a different point of view. Look at this guy. Who has sea chests?
Alright, you can fill this up with. Well, you know, it's like Sea Chest Village with all this duping crap everywhere. Go to
Yeah.
Solnichi Factory. If you want to see what performance slowdown looks like, just walk down there. It's nuts. If you want to fill that up, one of those with planks and nails or whatever, and we'll go upstairs and we'll tack onto our little fortification we've got here. There's an extra hatchet in one of these tents as well.
I gotcha. I got a hatchet
And
on
then you
me.
can get a feel for. I love your bush. We're just going to stage it and then we'll go on to the next piece.
Yep.
I'm hoping we got enough daylight. But hey, the good news is when this sun goes down, we'll go back to the other one and attack on that one.
Hell yeah. Rinse and repeat, guys.
Yeah, we just want to show all the goodies that have been happening over the last, well, 104, because until you feel the change of no server hopping, it's really hard to. I mean, you understand it, but it's different in a good way, in a really really good way.
Oh man, I can't wait for you guys to get 104, to be perfectly honest. It's gonna be nice. You guys are gonna see exactly what we've been waiting for, at least when it comes to the DayZ content and all the anti-duping stuff.
Yeah, as far as we know, all of the duping methods that exist in 102 for PlayStation and Xbox have been patched out for 104. Now, does that mean all of them are gone? Like somebody could come up with a new one? Yeah. But with the way anti-server hopping is working and community servers being added, it's going to drop kick that duping trash right in the face.
Oh yeah.
It's going to
gone.
slow it way down.
Yeah,
way down.
Mhm.
If it does become a problem in the future. So there's a lot of things in place to make our quality of life much better in a lot of different ways. I love your bush.
I can't put that log
Now,
in that
obviously,
sea
you're not
chest
going
for
to have
some
all
reason.
these extra materials when you start. We've clearly lifted this from dupers across the board. And in some cases, this shit was already here.
Yeah. That's the best part.
Yeah, these were already here, this back wall. No, it was this. It was this wall? This wall was already here. I think one of these tents were here. And I lifted this from this structure on another server. It was a hot mess in here. Somebody built a bunch of crazy stuff. Didn't really make sense, but I was like, I'll take it.
I'm good.
I'm gonna build up this doorway. So we have a better idea what's going on there. Yeah, baby.
Just let me know when we start our next piece.
Okay.
I'll carry this upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll
boy.
be the
Yeah,
mule.
that was kind of the idea.
I can't wait for you guys to actually see, especially if you don't own a PC. I'm telling you right now, going on 1.4 and not having people ghost and shit is absolutely amazing.
It is so good. Because remember, 103 and 104 combined for us on PlayStation and Xbox, so we get a lot of new stuff: weapons, quality of life, the glow sticks on your chest, on your strap, and then the transceiver on your other chest, on your what do they call it? Shoulder straps. Jeez,
Let's not even forget
couldn't think of the word.
Let's not even forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can throw stuff.
Oh yeah, how did I forget that?
How can you? Yeah, look it. You want to see, and honestly, if you're in Jade's chat, he's got a ton of videos. You can go check out stuff. I specifically did a video on my channel, right? It's called Grenade Mechanics. I go over all the grenades, right? Um, and then I kind of give you the PvP aspect from 1.4. Now, although in the video I didn't have um, all the types of grenades on me, I kind of just explain how they work. But I also kind of throw in some PvP strats in there and kind of give you guys ideas of what you should do when you get in tricky situations. What did Dave say? So if you
Nice.
log off in a base or a house, how long is the wait before you can return to the spot? Um,
Wait, say that again. Read it again.
he said, so if you log off in a
What
base
was
or
it?
a house, how long is it the wait before you can return to the spot?
Okay, so there's still a cooldown, but like if you're on the same server, I think there's another 15-second cooldown when you sign back in. But if you change servers, you will go to a random spawn inland and you will not be in the position you were in, and you can get thrown all over the map. And again, Razor's got some testing on that, videos on that on your channel, RazorTube. His link to his channel is in my description, and then Jade Monkey, which is me, Dad, I have videos on the server hopping as well. So anything in our DayZ playlists that we have in our channel should cover those topics. I did at least 2 videos on server hopping that I released. I know you released at least 1. I know you
Yeah,
shot 2 or 3.
I did I did one video on it, and that wasn't I mean, it gives you the kind of the rough idea of what server hopping is, but I also have another video I haven't released yet that has specifics like Jade has, and obviously he's in the description below on my YouTube channel as well. So feel free to
Well, if
find him.
sorry, go ahead.
Go on,
If
Ben.
if there is a late release for this, so let's say Tuesday and Wednesday it's not out yet. I hope that's not the case. Oh geez. I don't think my balls could get any bluer, but if that is the case, Razor and I will go back to 104 on PC and answer people's questions during the stream, and we'll be doing more server hopping testing to show like where the locations are in 104 to help with those questions or help with the server hopping, and then we'll be answering people's questions that they're like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Biolaser, what's up, man? He says, how long till we make out? Right now.
Not happening.
What's up?
Not happening.
Oh, you don't want to make out? That hurts my feelings.
No,
I'm all up in
no,
my
we're
feels now.
going to. Lasers.
Oh, we'll do it to make him jealous? Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody came into my mixer chat and said you're G-bomb. Oh, grow up, kid.
I know. What a nice guy.
That's alright. He got banned.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, that's a good question. I just was kind of scrolling through your chat. Um, Napalm on your chat basically said, "Can you combo lock the metal gate outside? The
Oh,
double
yeah,
gate."
yeah. That is a good question. No, you cannot.
Yeah, can't.
But you can lockpick it, and you can place another gate in front of that gate to double up on it.
And combo lock that.
Yes, and you can combo lock that. And combo locks are working as intended in 104. We did test that quite thoroughly. So that's great news.
People can saw them off, but I mean, of course they got to
Yeah,
saw
but that's
them
like
off.
rating mechanic.
Yeah, I'm gonna take these upstairs.
Raja. I smell like poop.
I'm gonna put them in here because I don't trust not being sniped. So I don't feel like going through like a sea chest and somebody's like, "Oh, look at that." Look at that guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at him over there.
Well, this dude. Oh my goodness. This top area is so good. Man.
Oh yeah.
You know what we could do? You could do well, we'll start off here in a sec. Let me take a whiz real quick, and then we'll get kind of situated, and then we'll move into our next segment, which is like I guess phase 2 of adding to this area, and then we'll walk into after. I mean, this would be a good chunk, but we'll do phase 3, which will be perimeter stuff, and then by then you and I should be pretty well versed where I think we can get most of it set up and built for that third segment, which would be good. I'm gonna take a whiz real quick.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
just check the chat real quick. Napalm says it's still a pain to find pliers. Somebody Ghost said explain the combo lock in 104. Remind me when I come back. What makes it different in 102? It actually works. You can reapply it when you unlock it. Yeah, because 102, if you tried that, once you pop it off, it's like, I'm broken.
Yeah, it's done.
Maybe I
1.2.
got a piss.
Let's see. Chris says, yeah, the AK-101 just uses 5.56 unless recoil. Yeah. Yep. Hey, empty. There you go, dude. Actually, empty. You know what, dude? I forgot. Oh, my bad, empty. Hold on, dude. That's my bad. One more time. I don't even know what that means, empty. Let's see. PJs says yes. Private servers are verified. Yeah. You're gonna have uh basically the ability to have a custom server now, guys, in DayZ. Now, me and Jade, honestly, um we definitely thought about starting our own server. That way we could have it. So, we might have all you guys from chat, everything else, come in and we'll just go to Pound Town on each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. She says, will they add more loot to the consoles? Anything that's in 1.4, the version on PC, we will be getting on the console with 1.4 update. So it is verified, and we're getting everything that the PC version has. Ghost says, can't wait to have more info on private servers. Yeah, me too, dude. J Auto says, Razor, are you streaming? Yes, I am. So, let's see. Laser says, dude, I heard you can dupe without jumping servers. It's a rumor. Oh, that's unfortunate. See, Prime says, I can't wait. For the update, I hate waiting. Yeah, me too, dude. It's annoying. This says, will you be able to loot up on a private server, then take it over to a public server? To be perfectly honest, Jizzle, with that, I don't. If it's anything like Ark or any survival game, if you plan a custom server, I don't think your loot carries over to a public official server. So, um, I think your loot stays married to that custom server. I don't see why they would make it. What's up, J Auto? Kevin says, can you make a bow in PS4? We haven't tried to make a bow yet in Xbox or PS4. At least I don't know. I haven't tried to make one yet. I don't think you can make one, but don't quote me on that. Let's see.
I'm eating so much dry bread.
The QSR and Mixer, he says, you play Coast often. In DayZ, the only time I would play Coast, well, obviously when there's like duping was out of control like a month ago. I mean, super out of control. I'd play the Coast a lot just to like clap them and then take their stuff and then run off with it. But I tend to really stay out of the way, you know. kind of like being off. I kind of like being inland a little bit, but now with that server hopping, I gotta kind of be careful with that because server hopping now in DayZ, if you're geared, you tend to spawn inland. So coastal play will probably start being more of a better deal for me, or kind of
They're
staying
about
off to the side. So
they're about 104 or 102.
I think it just means in general.
Hmm. Okay.
Let's see. Bio says, "What do you think about the BR for DayZ that's in beta?" I haven't played it yet, Laser, but to be honest,
I'll have to check
and
it out.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we have just went through what 5 or 6 years of BRs getting really heavy. So I'm kind of freaking sick of BRs, man, right now. Like, I don't get me wrong, I like playing them and stuff. But Battle Royale games, I mean, DayZ, that would be one to check out, but like other games have just blown out the market. It's been redundant. Can't stand that shit. Sorry, but if anybody's a admin VR player, I apologize now, but I played them so much, I just needed something new.
Yeah. All right, we'll take it from here. Do you have an extra flashlight on you just in case we need to? It's probably going to get dark on us here pretty soon.
I think I got one. Hold on. Yeah, I think. There we go.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we can get through most of this. Oh, wait, is the sun? Where's the sun? I want to strafe off the rooftop.
Dude, I know.
Okay, so I know, right? All right, so taking kind of picking up where we left off. I'll start downstairs, but we're going to be up here. So this is a continuation of our fortification. What are we calling this? The power plant build?
Power plant
I don't know
base,
what we're
dude.
calling this. Power plant base.
There you go.
So we're addressing everything that's going on in 104 as we have been playing it, and depending on when this video comes out. This should still help you. Even though we're in 102 on the console right now, all the things we're doing here should help you in 104 on the PlayStation and the Xbox. So this is just north of Cherno City. The power plant, you'll probably know this better by the military area that's closest to it, because that's probably where most people have looted in the past.
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah. Yeah, right? I mean, we used to skim through here all the time. Let me go ahead and open this up just to give you an exterior. We're going to be adding some more hiding cover here on the top, as we did in our first segment or first video, depending on when and where you're watching this. We've secured the interior of this building. We'll be doing the exterior, I'm sorry, the perimeter, I think after this phase, but we're going to be adding some extra hiding places here on the rooftop and on the blue roof to help counter people coming in and just being curious, and hopefully giving us enough cover from the hillside here that we were talking about in the prior section. So here we go, and we're trying to do this all on the cheap because we know what it's like to loot legit, and yeah, you want to do things on the extra cheap because resources are extremely scarce.
Practice
That's why you see a
now.
lot of us doing the lower portion first. Yeah, yeah.
Practice now.
Honestly, if your gun plays good, and you're on console, practice looting. Practice,
Yeah, and if
practice,
you
practice.
just started to get in DayZ when the duping came around, don't get used to the loot, man. Don't. Just absolutely don't.
It's not going to be that plentiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, ARs are not going to grow off trees like they do right now.
Or cars.
It's definitely not typical. Yeah, that too. Did we bring up any of these poles here? Did I bring up 4 logs? I think I did.
You might have. Here's one in this chest. Let's see. Here's one in there.
Okay, cool. That's enough.
There you go.
All right, Razor, you can go ahead and do this part. So, okay, here's the idea first before Razor puts this into the watchtower. We're going to use the watchtower. Actually, let me back up. So, my thought here is, oh, it's raining. We're trying to do this quickly so it doesn't become nighttime because it's very, very dark. But the idea here is to create some sort of cover as we exit the top of, I guess we'll call this the Bird Box prefab or the tan building.
Yeah.
We're going to create some walls here in the front so nobody can camp the tree line there and just pop us as we come out. And if we have time, we'll do this back area here so we kind of have our flank covered. But we're going to use this watchtower. We don't necessarily have to build up the watchtower in every aspect. We can just do the L on the corner and just do the first floor. If we want to add more later, great. You always want to start small and then go big. Is that all 4 of them?
Let
There
me
you go.
see.
And then
Yep.
shovel, and then on this side. And then you'll be good. Oops, sorry. I don't want to bump you by
No,
accident.
you're good. Yeah, I'm just gonna build the base real quick.
Nice. I'm just going to re-hotkey my stuff because apparently I'm bad.
Perfect.
Nice. Now, what Razor just did is he applied the wooden legs to this. But since we are in 102, but we have been playing 104, please note that in the vicinity here, where Razor had placed the 4 logs, in 104 you cannot do this. Watch me now. Look, I just pulled them out and the structure's still there. That is not possible in 104 on the PlayStation and Xbox. So keep in mind, you're going to have to do 4 legs for every floor.
Yep.
Don't forget that. You can
Yep.
no longer remove them, which is a good thing.
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's kind of like another way to dupe, because now he takes that out and you still have the base of the watchtower. But in 104, at least it goes away. You know what I mean? So you're not like duping logs and stuff like that, and people aren't like running that.
Here you go, Razor. Do you want to add lower frames to all these bad boys? And then lower walls if we can afford it.
Yeah,
And then I'll tack up a barrier wall as we
I got it.
exit. Okay, good. I do have a fence kit. Thank goodness. We're trying to do this on the cheap. Now, obviously, this is going to be the next phase that somebody would do because you're not going to have all these materials right off the rip. But to touch on another point, having a vehicle is super important. I know you can't always get them, but man, it makes this process so much faster when you do have a vehicle. So I know our team is going to secure one right away.
Oh yeah, if you want to hit the ground running when 1.4 comes out, get your essentials, get a vehicle so you can carry around all this crap, so you can hurry up and rush, build, and then move loot fast. Need to do that.
Yeah, try just a lower portion because honestly, since we're up high, I think we'll be pretty good. And then if we need to add to it, I guess we can. But I guess feel it out. You're building it. I'm not.
Yep. Take the bottom off. There we go. So let's want to build the upper. I always have problems with building the bottom.
Yeah, honestly, in 102 there is a glitch where the recipe that it's supposed to be doing shifts either
Alright.
up or down in the list. So don't feel bad if you thought you picked the right one because you probably did.
There we go. That's kind of
Another thing
cheap.
that's been fixed.
You got that? I got this L kind of.
Nice. See, look at this. See, even when Razor crouches up here, we've got good cover. Now I think you're right. I think maybe we do want the high one for this back hill because that one's a little high.
Yeah, see, I mean, we're just doing kind of a perspective for this segment, but you could tell, minus the high ground behind me, because for all intents and purposes, this, you know, we're just doing this on the cheap. People down in the courtyard and in the field aren't going to be able to clap us when we got this here. Now, obviously, high caliber rounds can go through the plank, so you got to be mindful of that, but it does give you the cover to at least go prone, and people can't really gauge where you're at. You know, they can kind of guess and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot this, whatever," but 9 times out of 10, they're gonna miss. But yeah,
J Otto says, "Oh, sorry. Go ahead."
with this watchtower too, you know, feel free to obviously add to it if you want to go up with it. You know, do it. If you want to make a whole wall from left to right in a big square around this entire complex on the roof, I mean, go ahead. You know, And it wouldn't be a bad idea to honestly build around this whole thing when you get kind of more manpower and start putting loot up in the towers and stuff. So this is pretty good location, pretty good build. So go ahead, Jay.
Do you want to see, so kind of looking out here, I know we're probably not going to add this section, but staying here looks pretty good, but obviously this back hill has always been a concern. So maybe, because we were originally saying let's do the L, maybe we just build a wall completely up down here on this watchtower,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So then, because we can still fit right here, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What you could do too
Let's try that real quick.
to be slick is well, I'm gonna say you could always put a couple gates like here so you can close it. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Open it, shoot, close it. Put another gate here so you can move forward. Open it, shoot, close it. You could do all types of things. I'm already getting in that
I know, isn't it great? And then if
building
we have
zone.
camo, we can throw those up temporarily so they don't know how many people are necessarily in the tower that have a harder time targeting it. See, do we have enough planks and nails? Can you build a platform here and the upper frame and upper wall for this guy right here by the door?
Yeah, let me see here.
I think, do we bring enough stuff, I think? I'm sorry, didn't mean to clip you there. I'm not trying to push you off the building. Sorry, I'll catch up on my chat in a minute. Drusif said, Server J Auto says, 24-hour stream when 104 comes out? Yes. I'll most likely break it up into like 12-hour chunks, as YouTube has a hard time processing anything over 12 hours on my channel. For some reason, it gets stuck in processing, but the end result will be the same, yes. 24 hours or until I pass out. You need more planks?
Nah, we're good. That
I
was
got
the
you.
platform. Oh, here we go.
There you go, yeah.
There you go.
And then what do we think? Stair on the left or right?
I don't think it matters for this. I'll go left. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, it's so hot. Here, actually, let me put the poles in on this one. That's dirty, dude.
Yeah.
And then look, when you come out this doorway, you're less likely to get shot in your dome piece as you walk outside.
yeah.
Like, you guys got ice cream? Barking.
And what I was saying about that gate, if you put one right here, you walk outside this door, you're not getting capped, so you can kind of get an idea where somebody's at, right? Go back down, open the gate, pop a cap, close the gate. Just like a rotating loot wheel, what we're doing.
Yeah, obviously this is if you have a car or more players to help, like team members, 2 players or more on your team. Again, this is possible to do on solo, but you would most likely have to be slinging a vehicle, but not impossible. Especially if you're able to do this on the slick and you have multiple accounts. One staying up here for protection and loot muling, and the other one for actual construction. Yeah, you're right. This is dirty. Here, let me just place this up here real quick. I wasn't planning on doing this much with this one, but this is hot.
You got duct tape on you, man, so you can fix this hatch of mine here.
Yeah, I do.
But obviously, you know, keep it in mind when you're building. Build cheap.
Take this one.
Build fast.
Yeah, build what you absolutely need to first and tack onto it later. Because it's not going to go anywhere. You just need to make sure you're putting it in play and having it do work for you. We talk about that in Arc, Rust, here,
anything,
DayZ. Like, it applies.
Yeah.
Check this out. There's one more spot on top of this one you were talking about on the corner.
Oh, yeah, I know.
How are we doing on planks?
We should be good. Let me check it out. There's 4 more here. I'll grab them.
I think we have more downstairs,
Where
right?
do you want them, boy? Over here? We got some in here. Yeah, there's some right here, dude. They're golden. I feel like I'm working at Home Depot right now. Here, what do you want them?
I guess right here, let's see if we can stick the... Well, we can't place them until these poles are in. So you want to take these 4 out and then place them in this back area and do... We don't have to make a gate out of this, but your idea of putting a wall here is pretty sexual, if you ask me. I like it.
Oh, we take these
I
out?
think yeah, you just have to do vicinity and then pop them out. Now that's not possible again in 104.
Ooh. Yeah, my
It has
back.
been fixed. I'm gonna jump out here in this lip and see what our placement's like here, because 104 has better, more lenient placement for structures. 102 is a bit more on the strict side, so I'm hoping that we can get away with this. Yeah, see,
Yep.
I got it lit up for a second, but now I can't.
There we go.
Sometimes I can finesse it.
I don't think we were gonna plan on doing this big of a build anyways, but hey, let's go to Pound Town.
Yeah, I don't know if we're able to demonstrate this one on this particular 102. Not this bottom portion, sorry. We can, or even if you've got the supplies, because again, these garages do spawn those types of loot. If you do find wire meshes and the barrels, you can start to place those here for cover, so that's entirely possible. I'm coming back up to you. I'm going to try to grab some more planks.
Definitely not.
Does
snapping
anyone know
for
when
me.
PS4 is getting 104? Sometime this week. Same with the Xbox. Well, I think we'll be getting them at the same time. If the certification goes as planned, need to put that caveat out there, because people, if they fuck it up, and the people come on my channel and be like, "You're a piece of shit," I'm like, "Oh, dude, it's not me."
Yeah,
I'll
it's
start
not.
lighting up flashlights and we'll finish that up.
It's obviously not. Let me snap to it, but whatever. You guys get the point.
And now, not only is this building secure, but now we've got points to actually defend it if we do get locked down, and that's entirely possible. Big groups do go by this military campsite and loot it together. Heck, you might even get lucky and find a dude in a car, and you might be able to give him a free haircut and then take his hoopty.
Anything's really possible in
I'm
this
all about
game, to
that
be
life.
honest.
You need nails?
Let me. Yeah, I think so. Let me go grab some.
What? Yeah, I didn't think we'd be using this many supplies, but not bad. Now again, if you're going to make a gate, you need to make sure that you have pliers and metal wire.
It is
That's
not
the only
letting me
way you can
attach it,
attach
dude.
the metal wire.
Not let me attach.
Hmm?
I don't know why.
Oh, you know why? Oh wait, what are you trying to attach?
Try to make this fence here. Yeah.
Oh, it's maybe because it's already maxed.
Mm.
Trying to stick the nails in there? I got you, B. Now, if things are too close, it'll let you build some areas, but if there's overlap in most cases, it will
There we
stop and won't let you go any further.
For some reason it wasn't letting me, so
Yeah, it was nails you're missing.
I couldn't put them in there though. Wouldn't let me. There we go.
And then I'll light a couple of these so we can kind of see what's going on. That's why we've been collecting them en masse. That's hot though. Ooh, yeah. Can you do the upper portion? Let me see what that feels like. Ah, dude, that's gross.
I'd have to dismantle this.
I got you. Let me see if is it not letting you? Is it overlapping?
Yeah, it's just overlapping too much. There you go. This is already dirty.
I like it though. This is filthy. Here's 20 over here. I'll bring them over to you. I
Gotcha.
think initially when you start this is you probably want cover from the doorway first.
Oh yeah,
That makes the most sense.
well, yeah. Who wants to run out and get domed?
You'd be like, hey man, is this where you guys keep looting? Bang!
Nice car. I got your car.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that next section we'll be able to do with
That's
it getting
alright.
dark.
Yeah, it's
We could
alright.
we could jump back to the next one if you got time. The other server and the other build.
Yeah, I got about 20, 30 minutes.
That'll work. Okay, let's consolidate. Well, we'll give it a wrap up here then. So you don't have to add this extra portion, but again, if you've got a duo or a larger team than that, 3, 4 people, this can help quite a bit because you can have your boy sit up here, give you overwatch on the military camp, especially if you knock down these trees, then you really have line of sight from the top of this tower. And on the off chance that somebody comes back who's super salty, which will happen,
Oh yeah,
and they want to snipe you from this back hill.
110%. But once you get all this built up, obviously we got the framework and the foundations now. This is gonna be your number one, like, your little peaking, like, towers, you know? You're gonna have a good vantage point and at least be even with the people who are on this high ground that surround you. And let's face it, anybody on the lower portion, on the low ground here, they're all gonna get sniped. And if you decide to go higher, eventually you're gonna be higher than the guys on that hill anyway. So, and let's face it, they have to prefab all their stuff to bring it there to even start like a raid or have like a little fob. But honestly, this is
You'll
probably
hear
the
'em
best
coming.
location. Yeah, you'll hear them coming. This is the best location. Dude, you what?
Dude, I missed the sound from 104, dude.
Yeah, I know. Optimized. But yeah, that's it for
Well, it goes so much further.
the power plant north of Cherno base building segment. I hope you guys liked it. Hopefully you can give me your ideas in the comments. Drop a sub, drop a like, go over to Jade's channel by clicking on the description
That's
below.
me.
And drop him a sub and a like as well. So I'm gonna log out right
Let's
up
jump
here.
to the other server.
Sound good?
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Let's I got a privacy and then jump. Everybody in our chat, I'll throw up the privacy screen just so you know what's up. Oh, let me double carry my bag. That would be foolish of me not to.
Yeah.
Is that your bag?
Is it mine?
Might be. Did you have an orange bag?
I carried one in,
You
yeah.
did. I
I'll
had another.
take that.
Oh, I mean, I'll carry the one that's got the most materials. That makes sense to me. Okay, so we're gonna jump back to the other server, which you should already have.
Yep.
And then we'll have to. Oh, the zombies are coming. They love us. Ooh, can you stack mesh barriers? As far as I know, I don't think you can. We haven't tried it, but that's something to definitely attempt. Dan, thank you for the subscribe on the tubes of you.
AC Galaxy says, hey, been playing PC, how's Xbox? Still waiting for the 1.4 update, man. He says, and when's the update? Thanks. Update is coming to consoles when they decided to click the button. So, unfortunately, we don't have that time yet. We're hoping this week or next week. So, stay tuned because, I mean, we've been waiting for a couple weeks now. We're in mid-July, almost the end of July, actually. And they did say it was going to be released in July, so I really want it to happen.
It's gonna be tight. Alright, we're just loading in our other characters. Yeah, just do a Y and don't sign anybody out. Just switch to the other one.
Yeah.
I think that'll work. You signed out correctly. As far as I know, I think that does save it. Although, I don't know. Like, we did that raid early on and I lost a bunch of stuff, so who really knows? But, I mean, in the long run, it's all gonna get wiped anyways.
Yeah.
And we stole all that loot, so who cares?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm signing back in.
Alright. Bear with me, guys. I'm just switching servers real quick. I see,
I like your bush. Alright, it's daylight. Is it like just been daylight? Oh yeah, I think. Alright, sorry guys. Privacy screen is
mine's still active.
down and my mic. I see you. That's cool. Dude, you see, we planned this so good.
Yeah.
We can jump back to the server that's got daylight. What? Oh, by the way, I think I shared this on the last one, but it is still worth noting. Another reason why Cherno is so great is that the clock tower, is the in-game time representation. So
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of tell when night's going to be coming. The sun, you can do that as well, but it's kind of nice to know what the number
I'm going
would be.
inside the PD. I have to.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can place any fence kits over there, and then we'll see if we can go from there.
Oh yeah. Also, guys, what was I gonna say? Oh, I hear a Zombrito. Where you at, boy? Oh, you're inside the building, huh?
Somebody might have trapped him.
How is this chick still alive, man? Jeez. Anyways, if you guys aren't familiar with my YouTube channel, make sure you guys are dropping those subs, follows, and likes if you're new. Also drop those subs, follows, and likes for Jade Monkey.
It's me. This one will be a bit more expensive, but so far I'm getting pretty clear drops on these fence kits.
Hold on, dude.
That's good news.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, there. I feel like I heard somebody.
I'm outside.
No, that was more of like an internal. Is that you out there making that noise?
Yeah, I'm setting up the fence kit. Is that you freaking out? Hi, it's me, it's Dad.
Man.
I know, right? It's gonna be even worse when it's all like even more rare stuff, the way it should be. Yeah, I'm gonna be pooping my pants a lot more. This looks like it might take 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 7 kits. Although, you know, we could do it on the cheap. It depends on how you want to do it. I'll let you take the lead. I'll try to move some stuff over here then.
Alright, I'm coming back down here.
Says you love mountain bags. I love all bags that carry extra loot.
Nah, you need a field backpack, homie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have that luxury on every character. Well, I haven't found the right duper to kill to get it, so I'm getting there. You know what I mean? This trash is everywhere. This is not typical, by the way, at all.
Yeah, don't
The
get used to
update
seeing any of
comes.
this crap.
Yep, basically.
Oh, so do you okay. We gonna do PD build? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to get me
because I
horny
know
for?
this one over here. Yeah. This one right here is a little weird because, again, 102's got the weird placement. 104 is a better. So I'm having a hard time doing this corner, so...
Alright. Let's just see. I'll wait till we get everything over.
I'm trying to carry over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
My favorite is the field mountain backpack. My favorite is whatever carries loot and whatever can shoot bullets.
Yeah, dude, I got the field mountain backpack on right now, boy.
Boy. Boy.
It looks like 10 sleeping bags are rolled up in one little small backpack. I don't need power. I guess give another damn
What's up,
zombie
guys?
guy.
Damn Brenus. I'm gonna carry over these logs.
I'm gonna go kill the zombie back here because I know it's gonna be an issue.
Okay. Yeah, because if they call for the other one, we're gonna be in trouble.
We're at you a little bit.
Don't forget, we do. Wait, what's up?
Oh yeah, I'm talking to the Zombrito.
Oh, I was gonna say, RazorTube and myself, Jade Monkey, we both post DayZ videos. I post daily. Razor pretty much posts daily DayZ videos.
Yeah.
I see you, girl. And we're covering a lot of the 104 stuff as we've been playing on PC, version 104 DayZ. So we have a lot of topics covered there, and we'll be streaming if, I hope not, but if the update comes late this week, we'll be streaming again from 104 on the PC answering people's questions. So it's a good reason to subscribe to both of us. With you get video notifications,
Heck
stream
yeah.
notifications,
Hit that bell
mouth
button.
kisses. Okay, maybe not mouth kisses, but close enough.
And you know, let's face it. Let's face it, alright? You know, my channel's not as big as Jay's, but I still laid on the pipe like a mother. What do we got here? Oh, okay, you're slamming it here, huh? You're
Alright,
getting, dude, that's dirty. Where are them planks? I'm gonna take some of them.
it's a bit more expensive, but I mean that's okay. Yeah, dude, the 102 placement is potatoes. Yeah, I'm having a hard time placing that corner. Let me try this backside. That's what I'm trying to test to see just what we can get away with. Like, I know what we can do in 104, but this one's a little fickle, man. This
No,
placement
that's alright
is,
now.
oof.
Check this out. Okay, well, you know what? Let me just explain this before we start going deep. Alright, so I got Jade in the door. That's perfect. Anyways, okay, so obviously you guys were watching the beginning of the stream where Jade kind of had that straight apartment complex build. So, me and Dominion, he's probably in the chat, Jade's side, but came up with the idea to lock down a PD because since we wanted to kind of fall into the new meta with the 1.4 stuff, or 1.4 building rather, we wanted to paint the idea of locking down a high valuable loot spawning location. We kind of came up with the idea with the PD because obviously it's 3 stories. You can use each story, you know, as you please. Like, you know, you got all these different rooms you can put loot in, you can lock the doors. A lot of storage, a lot of free roaming. And then obviously you have your multi-layered, you got the second floor, you got windows, you got, you know, field of view on a lot of people trying to get into your base, stuff like that. And let's not forget, we can also put gates and walls up inside the PD to block off the stairways. You can make obstacles throughout it in order to, you know, block out those...
Bear traps?
Yep, bear traps. You block out those pesky little bandits trying to rob you. I.e. the 12-year-old stuck in their mom's basement trying to stream snipe us. But the unique thing about the PD was, okay, so essentially it's really 4 stories, right? So the 3rd story you only got 1 office on the top, and obviously multiple angles on the stairways to catch those people who are bad at the game. And you also have a lot of good sniping spots. So although you can't run from one side of the building to the other without, you know, opening one door and shutting the other side, you still have that good point of view to where you can just look down on anybody around your base and kind of see where they're coming in, and then truly be able to defend your base from a higher vantage point compared to what your adversary's got to deal with. Now, on this building, when you're looking at the front of it, on the left side, 3rd floor, there's no and you got to be mindful of this because this comes into play. On the left side, there's no ladder on the third floor on the roof side. It's only on the right side. So what you'd want to do is, if you're gonna do anything, you want to get all crazy with it, line up your walls here, you know, so you can kind of crouch, do whatever, put your platforms and whatnot. But you can also go up to the fourth floor, even higher. Now keep in mind, like I said, there's no ladder on the other side, so you're gonna really have to pay attention to where you're building and how you want to really traffic this rooftop in order to get the proper sniping arrangement going. But this building, like I'm saying, is pretty unique when it comes to having a base and locking it down. Now, when you first start off, obviously, like me and Jade have been saying the entire stream already,
Yeah.
simple. Block the doors off first, see who comes in, and then worry about the rest later. Now,
Yeah.
my idea was, and I'm pretty sure Dominion kind of piggybacked off of it, was just to start off, we'd put a gate here and just kind of boom, lock it off. Then go towards the back. And obviously, let me just go back here real quick. Since there's only one door leading back there, just put a wall right here and block it off. Now you do have the option to kind of keep that open. If you want, you can put a gate here and some walls. But I mean, honestly, I want to know where people are coming from, so I just want to block this off. It's up to you guys what you want to do. I mean, it's gonna be your base. You can solo this on the cheap. You can run this with a whole group of people. So this is what's kind of unique about this building. As far as the perimeter goes, real quick, a lot of holes on the walls, a lot of space to cover, so I wouldn't suggest really working on that in the beginning. And you also have a couple garages in the back too, so that could be used as some storage if you decided to gate that off or whatever. But that's, more advanced. And you know what, honestly, maybe when 1.4 comes out, I'll kind of show a build of that when we get this base cracking. But I think this building in general is kind of a unique building to take over with your friends. Obviously, Jade took over that whole area over there, and if you really wanted to, you could take that over, you could take this over, and the whole damn thing. But this is what we kind of wanted to do in the beginning, so. There we go.
We're trying to give people options. Let them know what's going on with 104, because remember, 104, no server hopping.
Mm-hmm. And I mean,
there's server hopping, but you can't ghost.
Yeah, you can't ghost, and this is what the best part of this base is going to be, so I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what this is going to look like. I'm not going to build the whole thing while you guys are just sitting there, with your eyeballs, checking it out, getting bored or whatever. But look at this. So just from my perspective, right, I'm the guy running up to this base. If you just look from back here from the steps, look at that. That wall covers the entire front, even the bottom windows. I mean, it kind of sucks that, if you're inside and you're trying to look out through those windows, you can't see anything, but guess what? Somebody's at your front door.
I might be able to see through that.
But you know what, though?
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. You built that one up, right?
This is exactly what you
you're
create.
Right, you're right.
This is what you create, right? Say you block this part off, okay? What can I do from a PvP perspective once that wall's there? Say you're raiding me right now and you're trying to get through those walls. Say you even get in here and you're running back and forth in between walls because you've made one small hole in a wall and crawled underneath. You know what I can do? In 1.4, You better believe I'm gonna pull out a frag grenade. I'm gonna bounce it on that ceiling right there,
Ooh.
and it's gonna fall in the kill hole, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think of that. That's
So,
really, I like it.
yep.
Yeah.
So basically in Jade's chat, if you're looking at where I'm standing here, and in my chat, I got a wall next to me. I made a little hole down here. I crawled in. I think I'm good. I'm slinking in like a little scumbag 12-year-old who thinks he's good at the game. Dad's inside this room right here just cooking a grenade up, waiting to toast your ass so I can get your loot. I just bounce it off the ceiling and it falls right in your lap. Game over. That's one defense.
Like
of the-
FedEx.
Yep, that's one part of the defense of this building that I like the most when you do the double wall on the outside. Other things you could do is obviously, come out, shoot them, or kind of get yourself up on top of something and get an angle on them. So if you can build inside here, like some stairways and stuff to look down inside the kill hole, you got that option too. Or, you can go on the roof, try to jump down and open the front gate and just clap them the way you want. But I mean, there's so many options when you start gating off this PD that you're gonna have at your dispense. It's like,
It's a bit more expensive, but
mm-hmm,
I mean, if you've got a group, you're in Cherno. Cherno Industrial is right in the direction Razor's looking,
mm-hmm,
right?
right
So you
behind
could
it.
walk it. You don't need a vehicle. You've got a lot of options to get started right away, even if you're on foot. So if you got two or more people, yeah, these are a lot of walls, but it's totally doable.
And I mean, yeah, like he's saying, you have the planks nearby, so you just run with a crew. And if you got a car, I do believe back here there's some double gates, so you'll be able to drive the car back here and then basically drive them through these gates and start in the back. Obviously, you want to take out your spark plugs and whatnot, but look at this, the terrain back here. But that's kind of what my idea was with the defense about this base is if you make that little tunnel like Jade is making right now, with the way it is, and you're murdering everybody within your walls. So, more power to us. But that's kind of the idea behind the PD that I wanted to like press, is it's a good building. It's got a lot of um, aspects to it that other buildings don't have. So I don't know. It's kind of I think a good build and I think you could solo it too perfectly. Look at this. This guy's a champion.
Yeah, so if you're doing it on the cheap, you can just do the lower frame, and then nobody can.
Oh yeah. Nobody could jump in. We tested that earlier and often. And let's face it, if you want to get really dirty with this is another thing I was talking about. If you build your front door lined up with that front door, right? You can obviously sit on the steps and just camp it, you know?
Oh
Or
yeah,
or if you see
get a
people
barrel there or
like,
something.
oh yeah, if you see where Jade was jumping out by that frame, I can literally, I think, zoom in and see him jumping over there by that frame without the upper wall. Like, check this out, dude. Watch. Go on the stairs. Look at that. Look at this little peek you'd have if you seen somebody jumping.
Oh geez, I can see your face.
Yeah, dude. It lines up
Oh
perfectly. It's like
my
a headshot. Look at
goodness.
this. I'm all the way to the left. I'm not even paying attention
As a
to the
matter of
stairs.
fact, we might want to leave that lower or the upper wall off because,
Yeah.
dude, I can see your little face.
Yep. Look at that.
Look at that. I'd be like, is there a scumbag outside? I'd be like, yeah,
Yep.
there sure
Yep.
is.
Yep. And look at how far you could see. Like, you can almost see all the way left. So keep this in mind, guys, when you guys are building in 1.4. Cherno PD. Well, find your own PD. but don't be coming to
Don't be
mine.
surprised if you see us here and we KOS.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
but
The loot's gonna be scarce.
and let's not forget all the loot that spawns inside this building. You know, guns, ammo, other random things. So it's gonna be a good space to dominate when you got people coming after you, especially when loot matters.
Yeah. And we felt what it's like in 104, and obviously, we always loot. So
And I
I'm telling
mean,
you, it's gonna be a big change.
if Jade's out there in the street too, and you're on the steps, you really don't want to be seen. You could literally go halfway down the steps, look through the tops of the windows, and leave that upper wall off, and just
Can you see me out there?
robe the streets. I could see, well, if that camo net, yeah, I could see you in the top of the wall, or through the top window of the door.
That's so dirty.
Yep. So I mean, I'm I'm basically showing Jade my evil plot for a building. But yeah, if you guys like this build, make sure you guys drop a sub, drop a like. Do the same for Jade Monkey as well. This is kind of the beginning stages of the PD that we wanted to show you. Kind of an idea that we had. Um, the gist is, you know, buildings are going to become bases now that people can't go. So don't build in Cherno PD on any server. I will be there. I will get rid of you, and I will take it.
Nice. I think like in our other builds, you're gonna have to do the fence kits first and then pop in the poles. You can get closer to the other structures.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that ahead of time, but yeah. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 is the gate. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I was right. 7.
7.
And you're good.
And that's your
And you can just do the low wall stuff.
and that's the front of your base, you know.
Yeah, you could lock this down 3 people, 4 people, no problem. I mean,
Oh,
with
dude.
having all of those plank spawns around you, I mean,
Mhm.
you're good. Plus, there's Olgas around, and
Mhm.
Cherno, baby. Cherno City. It's money.
Yeah, I originally where I came up with the idea was with like locking down important buildings. I actually came up with the Electro um, fire station first, and then Dominion actually started steering me towards the PD, and I was like, man, the fuck's at the PD? You know what I mean? I was like, what do you mean? And then he was like, loot the people in the high ground, you know. So you know, hats off to Dominion. We play with him. He's the one that kind of inspired me to come up with this idea, and obviously with all of the crazy stuff that Jade does in DayZ, aided as well. So
Ben McCormick says, you guys will just get clapped as soon as you come out of that building. There'll be snipers all over. If they're stream sniping, let's be honest, if this is an organic interaction, no one's going to be able to jump into the buildings. We'll have to watch you go inside the buildings. I challenge you, not to stream snipe, but I'm saying to try to attack something like that. I guarantee you we'll clap them booty cheeks.
I mean, okay, so listen, Ben, right? I'm gonna be real with you, okay? 110%. If nobody knows that I'm posted in this building, right? Or if they know, okay, they come up, they see the walls, right? They start getting a little horny for some loot. They want to break into Dad's, you know, PD. I mean, who's to say, you know, I logged out in the PD, but Jade logged out in a building, you know, adjacent to the front door. You know what I mean? So it's like, you play DayZ long enough, you don't have all your loot in one spot, or your people. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you are correct. If we come outside the building, we might get clapped. But guess what? I already have all my loot,
That's
my
not our only
food.
character.
Yeah, I got my loot, my food, my ammo and stuff in here for this building. And then my squiggly wiggle character just down the street has my lar and everything else on it. So when little Billy comes up the old stairs here and it's like, I'm gonna get some loot, and I'm like,
Let me get some cheese.
that's great. And Squiggly Wiggly down here is gonna come down and lar that ass and take that loot and be like, thanks. Let's face it, alts are the way you play. If you don't believe in alts,
And that's the thing.
you're wrong.
Even if even if somebody does see this and they want to come stream snipe, you got to take that geared character. When you hop, you could be up by Lumbermill inland.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck coming
Mm-hmm.
back down and not getting those cheeks clapped. You know? Then where are we at by the time you come down? Who knows? Right? Like you can no longer jump the way you used to. You can no longer dupe the way you used to. So I challenge you to bring your nickels,
Mm-hmm.
your quarters, bring them in, dude.
Uh,
FedEx me your loot. I will gladly
well,
take it
think
from you.
about it this way. Even with stream snipers,
Your
right?
nickels.
With the amount of people that we constantly play with that rotate off and on our servers, I'm not gonna lie to you, Ben, at all. I'm not gonna bullshit you. But by the time that person gets a couple of quarters and rubs them together to get maybe a clip of bullets and a gun, we're gonna have this thing banged out and already looted out of its mind. So, because let's face it, if somebody knows what server Jade and I are building on, A, it's gonna be people we play with, and B, they're gonna have to hop to every server to find us, and once they do, they have to build up on that server that we are already built up on to even come at us. So yeah, they might get a little snipe off or something and piss us off. They're not gonna break all this shit. And
Yeah.
look. Scuba Steve's gonna kick in the door. I'm gonna have this bitch lockpicked. He's gonna be like, how do I get in? How do I get in? I'm gonna throw a nade at the ceiling. It's gonna drop on him. He's gonna blow up. Simple
That'd
as
be
that.
great.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, you can make alternate accounts just so, because usually people get all pissed off about this. Well, because either they're white knighting. It's like if you're not using an alternate on the consoles, you're not doing it right. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. And like I love people come in, they're like, I can't believe you kill freshies. I can't believe you don't kill freshies. But like, here's the point, right? If you've got a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox, they have family accounts. If you bought the game and you have PSN or Xbox Live, you can make multiple accounts for nothing because you paid for it. So don't think that we paid a bunch of money to get these extra accounts. Anybody can do it. And if you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing it, sucks to be you. But thanks for the loot,
What
I
it?
guess.
Smell the ganja. On Mixer says yawn. What's so yawn? Was this boring to you? Huh? You tired because it's early in the morning and you just got your sheet up to your chin and you want to come in and talk some shit? Huh?
Talk some shit.
You don't come in. Look,
And these boys are salty. I guarantee the
look at,
same people acting all smug. I'll be
look,
like, dude,
look,
come
look,
at me with no
look.
duping.
The
See
only
what
thing,
happens.
the only thing that you're gonna be
See what
yawning
happens.
about, or that anybody's yawning about right now, is your penis size. All right? So go in somebody else's chat. You don't like it? Don't stay.
Ooh, burned.
Mm-hmm. Get on my level. I think there was you know what? You know what, Ganja? You know what I do to people like you? Is you got Walmart internet and you're a keyboard warrior? You know what I do? Okay. I go to Mixer, right? He says enjoy the update. Yeah, I will. You gonna stay and be a good dude or what? Let me know now. My finger's on the trigger. But anyways, yeah, no, I can't wait for the update. I played 1.4 on the PC with Jade a lot, so I had a lot of great things. Says he says you suck my nuts. Nah, bro. Think you got it mistaken. You just got the band hammer. Have fun sleeping in your mom's basement. There you go. He's gone. Poor dude. Let's see. Sean Price says word's gonna get around about the PD build. Yeah, that's true. Whatever. I don't care. It's in your chat. I'm just reading it. He says kind of slimy playstyle, but it's DayZ. Yeah, no, I agree, Price. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. As long as I've been playing DayZ with Jade or any survival game with Jade, we have alts. We have different characters that carry things. We have different characters with guns. We have different characters with ammo. We have different characters with explosives. Like, you know, it's slimy, but you always want to make sure, especially since there's 62 of you Plumbuses listening right now, and you watch Jade enough to know that, uh, let's face it, nobody likes starting from the beginning, you know? So, you wouldn't, you, it'd behoove you to have different characters with different materials, different ammo, different guns. Because let's face it, right? The Lars and stuff. You're gonna be getting them from crash sites. You're gonna have Olga pieces. You're gonna have Gunter pieces. Where are you gonna store it all if you're by yourself? Oh, I don't know. You know? What?
No, I know. Sean Price is the same dude who gets mad when we scoop in and steal like the chick he was talking to, or like he's the dude across the street that's stink eyeing us, and while we're running game on the ladies next door, and they're like, "Man, I can't believe that! Can you believe you just scooped in and just started talking to him?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh
dude, I
wait.
can't believe you didn't."
He said, I understand alts, but in mid of you getting raided, switching your character to get an advantage, kind of like a hybrid combat logging. It has a slimy vibe. That's true. I'll give you that. It is a slimy vibe. But I mean, how many times have you been clapped in DayZ by somebody's alt that flanks you? Like a have you ever had a geared guy just come out of nowhere and just clap your ass? And you're geared out of your mind and there's no angles on you besides like the one behind you that everybody checked and you got like 5 or 6 dudes checking constantly on rotation and then this guy just comes in out of nowhere and claps you? I mean, I get it, Price. I get where you're saying it's slimy and whatever, but
I don't. I don't.
it's
Sean Price, I dare you. After this is a weekend after 104, I'm gonna ask you if you're still rolling with one nut. I am. I'm gonna ask you,
nah.
and
He
you better be honest, because
he
I guarantee you're gonna make an alt.
he
You'd be
laughed.
a fool not to.
Laughed and said it's all love, boys. Nah, I get what you're saying from your perspective, man. But honestly, I don't play that way, and I think playing with this one character that I'm on is stupid. I mean, anybody can challenge me in chat, prove me wrong. Like if everybody in DayZ played one character, I'd be fine with it. But there are those dudes that got 3 or 4 guys in one city, and they're like, "Oh, I just got clapped. I'm gonna go pull my geared guy with my Lara. I'm gonna come over there. Oh, this guy got clapped. Hey, Jimmy, I'm gonna fucking spawn on top of this balcony near the building with my Mosin and just rip this guy's face off." Like, it happens, dude. You know what I mean? And let's see. And what is it? Nuggety Gaming says having alt accounts is actually very smart. Price said, Jade, relax. But you know what I mean, guys? I mean, you guys are in Jade's chat all the time. There's like, you know, he fires that stream up just like I do. And there's 20, 30, 50, 60, 80 people watching him play all the time. if you go back in all of his 100-something DayZ streams, and I'm not in all of them, but I've been playing DayZ with him since the beginning. How many times has Jade got clapped by a gear guy that comes out of nowhere? I guarantee you it's more.
Or a stream sniper.
Yep. I guarantee you he's been clapped an just a huge number of times. I mean,
I mean, and also, fair enough, an even larger number is me running in and getting clapped, which is totally legitimate. I find the heat and I run into it.
Straight BMX, you catch us tomorrow night. About crash sites and stuff. We'll go over that. Me and Jade will be going over that, man. So, stay tuned for that. We're gonna probably.
Yeah, boy.
I think Jade wanted to go over where they're at and stuff. I'm not gonna tell you too much. I don't want to give away everything. We're gonna go over it and answer those questions. That way, you guys. How many of you guys are in there now? You sons of bitches. How many of you guys in bed watching and listen to me yap? 62.
I'm sweaty. It's me.
We're gonna go over a lot of stuff for 1.4, and I'm gonna be releasing a lot of videos, a lot of tutorials and stuff, crash site stuff. Jade's gonna be doing it too. And when 1.4 comes out, we're gonna be going balls deep, and you're gonna see. You're gonna see us going ham. But hey, if you guys like what you've seen tonight, and obviously you did because you're sitting there listening to me talk, and you guys haven't left Jade's stream yet, make sure you guys drop a like on his channel. He works really hard. So let's see. Scythe Cat on Mixer says, "Yo, Razor, will it be easier to find assault rifles when 1.4 comes out?" Now,
I believe so.
it'll be easier, but I'm telling you, when people take them, I'm gonna go inside. When people take them, you know, you're gonna have to wait for the respawn, man.
They're gonna be rare. I mean, it's gonna feel weird because the duping economy is out of control on all the platforms that are console. Let's not kid ourselves. So like the feeling of like where guns should be or how many is really off. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
But they're gonna be rare. But they've definitely been increased from what I can gather. That scared me. I was like, what is that? Oh yeah, there's zombies. I love you, Bush.
Yeah.
Do we know how long until the wipe? Sometime this week if everything goes as planned. I'm guessing anywhere between Tuesday and Thursday, but that is my guess.
And
I hope it's freaking today, but I think it would have already happened by now.
And I'm telling you guys right now.
Gaming says I've seen Jade wreck a ton of cars. That's true. That is true.
But I'm not gonna lie, guys. Any game I've ever played with Jade, when he gets a hold of a fucking car, he always breaks it. It's not a lie. But
It's true.
But I do make him drive a lot. I don't like driving because I don't want to be that guy who gets blamed for crashing the car, but he always just crashes the car.
Same token, I do get us paid a lot with vehicles.
He does. He just has a lot of glitches happen to him that's... I don't know, dude.
You're talking about H1Z1. I already know.
Yeah, he always fucked up in H1Z1, man.
Dang, dude, all these freaking zombies are coming.
Let's see, Frankie says... What challenge you talking about, Frankie?
Yeah, he's like, what server? I'll come at you. I was like, we're in Cherno. I was like, we're in 4299. Come at me, bitch.
Yep. Nobody's got
Um,
time.
I KOS if we have assets to cover.
Yep. Ain't nobody got time for you to bring over some duped loot.
If we have a car in the area and there's somebody unidentified coming up, they're taking one in the chest.
Yep. Guaranteed.
If they stay at distance and they're not acting all sketchy, it's like a 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody got time
But
to
like if
deal
we're
with that.
protecting a car, people get shot because we don't have time to, you know. Cars are way more important than like a 4-man squad.
Yeah. And I
I'd
mean,
rather them take all my loot and me drive away with a car than actually lose a car.
let's face it, me and Jade have had a rule between us for how long have we been gaming together now? 15 years.
Long time.
15 years.
Long time.
I'm gonna date it. But
Oh.
we've always had a rule where if you got the loot and your boy gets jumped, peace out to your boy. And we're like,
Yeah. Ditch him.
we understand.
Take the car.
Yep. Every time. And you know what? Honestly,
Oh, that's extra shit.
it's Jade leaving me most of the time.
Sometimes.
I'm like, where's Jade go? He's down the road with the car. I'm like, yeah, he could have fucking covered me. Oh my god. He's left me so many times.
I promise. Even if somebody said that's a bit harsh.
Even
And I was like, dude, if you built a car in this game,
you know.
you're telling me you wouldn't pop a freshie that got all weird and got close to the hoopty? Dude, you'd drop him.
Oh no. Cause you know what? Hey, hey Ox01. I'm a freshie. I'm quote unquote naked.
Good dude.
I pull out a pistol and blast you once in the head and I take your car. Now how do you feel?
Or, while you guys are too busy, like, being good dudes, I jump in your car and I dip.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be a fool not to make a play, dude. Why wouldn't you? You have nothing to lose. I will run at a car every time. Even when I'm geared, I will run at the car.
Mhm.
I will try to take the car every time.
You logging out with this bag?
You can log out with that bag. I'll log out with this one. This one seems pretty legit. Because we'll most likely be doing some more building and stuff. So, depending on what goes down, we'll either be streaming from 104 on the PC to answer people's questions, do some testing, because people have been coming up with good ideas and things to test. Like somebody said, throw the grenade at the wall. I was like, I didn't even think of that. We'll be checking some of the crash sites and just looking around if we do 104. I would like to do another 102 and then maybe just go ham on some PvP, but it just depends on what people want to see. So we'll be picking it up again later on today. I want to say like tonight. Well, actually, it's 6 a.m. here, but it'll be in the evening. But I will definitely be posting another video in the DayZ highlights playlist for me. That's Jade Monkey, and I think RazorTube will be posting a DayZ video there as well. I got my link in the chat, also in my description. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to drop a like and consider dropping a subscribe to both RazorTube and myself, Jade Monkey. As we do crank out that DayZ content, we'll be doing a lot more DayZ, especially 104 when it hits the console. We might be sprinkling in a few other games just so it gets love before the big update, because let's be honest, we're going to be binging on 104 as soon as that hits, pretty much. We got a lot of building to do. So yeah, check us out again real soon. Thanks everybody for watching. Drop a like if you liked it. Drop a dislike. If you don't like me smacking freshies, hey, whatever.
Yeah. And also, you know, for me and Jade, if you guys haven't seen something that you want to see in our streams, make sure you drop those comments below too. It's really important for us so we know exactly what you guys want to see. We want to answer all those questions you guys have for DayZ, how to get laid, how to flirt with chicks, anything. Anything you want, we'll do it. Okay? You put a question in the comments below, as long as it's not some racist thing or something stupid, I mean, I'll answer it. I know Jade probably will, but I mean, how to bust a nut, right? How to put on a count, whatever you want to do, okay? And that's it for me. I'm gonna sign out. Like Jade said, consider dropping a sub for both of us and a like on the video. If you haven't done it for Jade especially, you're trash until you do. If you haven't done it for me, I'm a small channel, so I don't rely on your guys' input. So screw you, okay?
Yeah, he does.
No, I'm just kidding. Do it for me too. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys
Thanks for
stopping
watching.
by.
We'll catch y'all later.
Yep.
Love your bush. Ooh.
See you guys soon.
Scoop boop boop. Scoobity boop.